Welcome to day 3 of creating Nearpod presentations. Today we're going to concentrate on adding activities. This includes open-ended questions, polls, quizzes, the draw it option, fill in the blanks, and matching pairs. So let's get started. So you can see here that I have reordered my slides. Remember, you can do that by just clicking on and dragging. You can also reorder multiple slides at the same time by clicking on Command and clicking the slides that you want to move. If you're in PC, just click on Control and do the same and slide them into place. Okay, but now what I would like to do is add some activities. So you can do the exact same thing that you do when creating content. You just click Add Slide here at the top of your screen, or you can add slide at the bottom. Remember, it's the same as when you're adding content. Every time you add a new slide, it gets added to the bottom or the end of your presentation, and then you need to bring it into the presentation into the correct place. So let's just click Add Slide, and we have Add Activity. There's no way to easily add a quiz to the Nearpod interface. So for example, you can add an Excel file with your questions and your answers and drag them into Nearpod. Hopefully something like this will happen in the future, but not right now. You do need to manually enter each question that you want in the Nearpod presentation. For this presentation, I do have a Pages document with the questions that I want to use. And I have 3 multiple choice questions that I want to put into the quiz, into the presentation. So I'm going to click on Quiz. And here you can see the quiz title, and I'm just going to give the title of Canada. And then I have options to enter the question and the answers. So I can also add multiple answers. So I'm going to have 4 answers. As well, there's a beta option out for the math teachers. So anybody who's watching us that is a math teacher or engineer, you have these math symbols that you can use in your questions. So then I'm just going to open up my pages again, and you can simply copy and paste, or you can just click and manually add. Okay. As well, within this interface, you can add images, and it's great because again, you can go back to your Google Images, and I'm going to say what's the capital of Canada is Ottawa. So I'm going to choose a picture of Ottawa and add that as my reference image. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and enter the rest of my quiz questions. Okay, so you can see that I've finished adding all of my questions. Now be careful before you leave this screen, make sure you choose which answer is correct. So here I have number 3 is the correct answer, Ottawa. And here the head of state would be number 3 again, the Queen. And how many states does Canada have? The answer would be the number 1. No, there's no answer. There's no states in Canada, just provinces and territories. And once you're finished, you can click Save. Okay, and here it is at the bottom of my Nearpod presentation. And all I need to do is click it into the right place. Now, before I do that, I'm going to add the rest of my activities. I prefer to add all of the activities at once and then just drag everything into the correct place. But again, you can add them one and drag them in. It's up to you which way you like to do it. So I'm going to add an open-ended question. And my question is, what are the first 2 words in Canada's national anthem? Now again, I've got those beta math symbols I can use. I can also add an image. So I'll add a Google image, Canada flag. Okay, and you'll notice here that there are no answer options. The students will just get a simple blank space so that they can type their answers in that space. And you click Save. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and add a poll question. Now, a poll question is a little bit different from the multiple choice question in the sense that I'm giving them answers. So I'm giving them options to choose from, but I'm not giving them the right answer. Sometimes you might be just asking for their opinion. So I'm going to be asking you, would you like to visit Canada? And I'm going to give the options of yes, no, and one more will be maybe. Where you might be asking the students for the correct answer, but you don't want to share that answer with the students right away. This is when you would want to use the poll, or if you're just asking them for their opinion, and click Save. So the next thing I'm going to do is add a draw it option. Now, the draw option that I gave you was circle Canada on the map. So you just give the simple instructions here, and then you can either keep it blank as it is right now, or you can add an image. One of the downsides with this option, however, is that you can't search Google Images for the picture that you want to add. You can only choose from your computer, from your Dropbox, and your Box account. Not even Google Drive is integrated into this feature yet. So hopefully this will change soon. So I'm going to open up my folder that I have with my image, and I already have a map of the world, a blank map of the world that I'm going to drag in here and close that. So here's my blank map. I'm going to click save. Okay, so my draw it options there. I'm going to go ahead and add my fill in the blank. Remember, this is an upgraded option, but we're going to continue with the free trial. And I'm going to want to open up that Pages document. Now here I have the fill in the blank text that I want my students to work with. So I'm going to just copy and I'm going to paste it in. Now I can choose the different text layout and the font styles, but be really careful with this because I don't think that this is very user friendly, especially for students where English is a second language. I prefer to keep a plain text and a plain background. So either using this one, the second one with the dark text background, or with the dark text in the light background. And then you just click next. Now, all you need to do is choose the words that you want to eliminate from the paragraph. So I'm going to eliminate the words directly after the superlatives, and maybe that one as well. That's good. So I've got 5 words here, and I'm going to click done. And that's going to be created for me. Now, it does take a minute to do that, but the processing will happen in the background, so you can continue adding other slides. We have our last activity to add, which is a matching pairs activity. And here again, you're going to add different pictures, and you can choose from Google Images. So you just need to click for search, and I'm going to put in Putin, and I'm going to choose, that's a good picture, and it will automatically add 2 for you. And then I can choose maple syrup. And I'm going to choose, I like that picture, that's great. And I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of my pictures. Now I'm going to add the last picture here, but remember you can always choose to add other images. So if you want to take something from your computer or your Dropbox or your Box account, you can just click on the other images and do that. Okay, and I'm just going to click next. All my pictures are there. And here you're just going to write the final question. Okay, my question's there, and I'm just going to click done. And don't forget, you have to choose the right answer. So make sure you click on what is the right answer. That's the right answer, maple syrup, and click done. Okay, and now it's processing the background. While it's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and move my slides into the correct place. And I'll see you back here for day 4 of creating Nearpod presentations, where I'll show you how to publish it and how to do a live session or a homework session with your students.